Many Nigerians that are in support of Peter Obi Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar PDP are still not satisfied from the in quote injustice delivered by the tribunal. Well, the aggrieved parties, I mean their candidates, have signified their interest in pursuing this further by going to the Supreme Court. Of course, that is the apex court. And according to the report that we have on our hands, they have until 20th September 2023 to file their interest at the Supreme Court. Currently, Atiku Abubakar is still pressing at Chicago District Court to seek for the judge to compel Chicago State University to release to him the admission records of Bola Ahmed Tinubu so that he can be able to present this at the Supreme Court to further prove that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as at the time he applied to be president of Nigeria via his party, was not qualified to do so. Now, we all know that the Constitution states that anyone who presents a forged certificate or who forges certificate and presents it to a government institution or an established institution, that person stands to be disqualified in the case of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the electoral body called INEC. Now, a lot of people might want to know how all of this happened. At the initial stage, Atiku Abubakar requested the disqualification of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, citing his lack of qualification. And obviously, the onus is placed on Atiku Abubakar and his legal team to present to the court evidences that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not actually qualified. Well, Atiku Abubakar promised the court that he was going to present evidence of this claim that he had said to the court. Now, amongst other things that Atiku brought to the court were the issue of the dual nationality, the Guinean passport that we all saw, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu said that he is not a Guinean and that that passport had expired and he has lost that citizenship. Now, Atiku claimed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is unqualified, and I'm talking about the educational aspect of it that we all know and we've all heard about. And there are discrepancies. According to Atiku Abubakar, he claimed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged his certificate. And till date, the legal representative of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself has not been able to clear that part. Did you forge the certificate that you presented to INEC or not? Definitely, the next step for Atiku Abubakar to take is for him to move down to Chicago State University to request for the academic records of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the most important of it all is for the university to authenticate the certificate that Bola Ahmed Tinubu claimed that he got from their university. Now, some have said it's a blight on that university. I mean, you should be able to uphold your standard and show to people that you are an institution of integrity. Why is a certificate presented from your university and you cannot prove that that certificate is authentic? Well, finally, after much pressure here and there, they responded by saying that they do not know where Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually got that particular certificate that he presented to INEC as his own, and also a proof of his academic records. Now, let us apply common sense to it. If a producer or an institution that is to issue a certificate or any document says this document is not from us, then you know what it means. 100% forgery. Now, if the Supreme Court goes with what the tribunal agreed upon, well, Labour Party, Peter Obi will have to press further, and probably they might request for witnesses to come forward from different polling units. Now, I'm sure we all know what CTC, the certified true copy. Now, that means that the blurred copies and many other documents that INEC presented that cannot be read will have to be looked into. But then, you know how difficult this will be. INEC said whatever has been presented as a blood and not readable will not be admissible. So the onus is on INEC to determine, to tell how they came about, the process, how they came about announcing Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner. And now, if certified true copies are supposed to be replica of the original, now if INEC delivered or presented that copy to the courts, then those copies needs to be looked into, and then the copies already are authenticated, showing that this copy that we've presented to you, it trumps any other copy that anyone is bringing from any other polling units or from wherever it is. So why am I saying this? We have party agent copies and we have INEC certified copies. Now, when we talk about priorities given to different result sheets, INEC comes first. Then we have security agents. Their result sheet is also important. And, maybe later they can begin to look at party member result sheets. Now, I'm not saying that any of this sheet cannot be manipulated, but then the police records and INEC record, both of them could be merged together to see the authenticity and to streamline which has been manipulated or not. Now, a lot of people might say this is an exercise in futility, and I will tell you this for free. The reason why we are going around circles is because certain groups of people they have decided to allow certain policies and some gray areas so as not to be able to get to the right place at the right time. That is the truth. If everyone is documented, everybody has their data in a huge, reliable database, secure database that cannot be manipulated. I don't know when we'll get there. We will not have issues of election being manipulated to this extent. I'm not saying that election or results are not manipulated. Even in countries that have database, we've heard cases of dead people's data being brought to life just to manipulate elections. But we will not have this much discrepancies. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this one. Do you still have hope that Peter Obi or Atiku Abubakar will be able to succeed at the Supreme Court? Because after the Supreme Court, the next route will be the International Court. And I don't know, maybe that will be sorted out after the tenure of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one.